Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. Now this video is completely different to my normal videos that I put out. First of all, you can see I'm not in the van today. I am spending the weekend with Carolyn. But while I'm here, I wanted to show you something that I was gifted at Christmas. It is something that I've been wanting for quite some time. And the reason why I wanted this is because, as you all know, I only have one gas burner in the van. And it has happened twice now where I have been in the middle of nowhere and my gas has run out. And I can guarantee you, every time it runs out, it's always on a morning, first thing. So no cups of tea, no breakfast, nightmare. So in case that ever happens again, I wanted a backup. I wanted something that I could warm up, some water or warm up some soup or just something for me to have some food before I can find somewhere to replace my gas. And before I do this review, I just want to say I am not sponsored in any way. I'm not promoting it for any company. This is just something that I was gifted at Christmas. I've never tried it out. I've just had a quick look at it. You can run this in the vehicle as well, but I'm plugging it into the mains today to see if it's as good as the reviews say it is. So here we go. All right, this is it. This is what I have got. Wait for the surprise. It's in a lovely grey insulated carrying bag, which is quite light, to be fair. So let's open it up and see what's inside, when I can find the zip. Oops. I have had this open once, so as you can see in there, it is insulated. You do have a pocket in here to put all your leads and whatever else in there. Let's get this out and let's see what it comes with. The main lead there. This will plug into your 12-volt cigarette lighter, and this is what it's all about, is being able to warm something up whilst you're in your vehicle. And this is going to come in handy for me when I run out of gas, hopefully. Some instruction leaflets, we'll just pop them in there. And the mains lead that plugs into the normal plug socket in your home. Now you will notice that it's only a prong, whatever you call them, 2-pin plug. But I happen to have this adapter, and you will need something like this, whereby that plugs in to there, and then that obviously plugs into your socket. So we're just going to pop that in there. Right, we've got the bubble wrap off. This is what I am reviewing today. It's quite an attractive thing, actually. It has a little handle there, as you can see. It also has, when you open this up, utensils sat in there. I don't know if you can see that. It's really hard to do this, actually. But you've got a spoon and you have a fork. So we'll just try and get that out now. There we go, spoon and a fork. So we'll take them out because apparently this does get quite hot. So you don't really want to be leaving them in there. You'll clip the lid like so. And inside you get this container, which is ideal for putting in strawberries, fruit, blueberries, anything like that. It's a handy container for your fruit. So now you can see it's stainless steel, and I think it comes out that, yes it does. It comes out of the container, so that is brilliant for cleaning, especially if you're in a camper van, to be able to just wipe that out. So, and then of course you'll have your element in here, which you can see there. That's the bit that's going to get hot. And just let me put myself back on the camera a minute. So I think the idea of this is basically, if you work in an office or you're a rep and you're going from A to B in your car and you don't have time for, nipping out for sandwiches, etc., or you don't want to be spending a lot of money on sandwiches, this is going to be ideal because you can have leftovers from last night's spaghetti bolognese, chili con carne, soup, anything like that. Bang it in here, and then when you're ready to eat your lunch, just plug it into your cigarette lighter socket, which is your 12-volt. And I would advise stirring it now and again. Put the lid on, obviously, and then keep stirring it because it may stick. And there you go. Hopefully you have hot food on the go, and it's cheaper than going out buying sandwiches and these meal deals that are becoming more and more expensive. If you're in an office, this is a great way. Bring your mains plug, plug it in, and you can have your lunch at your desk. Right, let's have a look at what we're going to do as far as warming up. So I've got some chicken noodle soup. I quite like this. It's really healthy. You can get it from Lidl and Aldi. This one is from Aldi, Bramwell's own. I much prefer this one to the Lidl one. But there's not much in it, I have to say. Right, let's open this up and put it in here. I'm really excited because I've not tried this yet. So let's hope it's going to work. And I'm going to use the little spoon that comes with it to keep stirring it. So off we go. Let's pour this. I'm really nervous now. Why am I nervous? It's just soup. Right, let's get it in. Give it a good old... Gosh, there's quite a lot in there. Good value. 60... I think this is 69p or 63p. Something like that. Can't go wrong, can you, really? Right, we'll just pop that over there. Let's tilt the camera down so you can see. Right, we've got the soup in. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is plug it in. Now, there's a little socket at the side. Just let me get the camera down here so you can see. And this side is when you're plugging it into your cigarette lighter. So that's the part that you put this end in. And this one is when you're plugging it in your normal household socket there. So make sure that you check before you put them in. It does clearly state which one. And today we'll be putting it in the red one. So let's go. Gosh, I'm nervous. Let's get it in there. Right, get the lid on. So we'll put the lid on. I want to see how long this takes, actually. That's what I'm curious about. Now, as you can see on the top, let me just tilt the camera again. We have this thing, and I think you have to either lift this up or pull it out. I can't do that one-handed, so just bear with me. There we go. I'm not going to pull it right out. I'm just going to sit it on. Oh, yeah, maybe I should. Maybe I should. Right, I'm just going to take it out for now because I don't know what I'm doing. We're going to switch it on. Oh, the light's on. The light is on. Right. What time are we on? It is 12:15 now. So let's see how long this takes, this soup, to warm up in this wonderful little gadget that I've got. Let me just show you. Let me turn. There we go. That's what it looks like. As you can see, the light there is lit up. It's plugged into a normal socket there. And like I say, if you just look closer, it does clearly tell you which one to plug it in. So, right, we're about almost 6 minutes in now to this soup warming up in this container. I can feel the heat around the sides. It's not red hot. Underneath, again, still okay. Would be all right to sit on your car seat or your centre console. One thing I just need to mention is if you're running this off your 12 volt socket in your vehicle, I would advise you to run your engine whilst you're doing this, because they do take quite a bit out of your battery and you don't want to end up with a flat battery. However, if you've got a leisure battery like me and you know that is well and fully charged, then it's probably be okay to manage this, depending on how long it's going to take. So we're nearly 7 minutes into it now. So I'm just going to have another quick look and let you know how we're getting on. So unclipping this. I'm not the most patient person, as you probably have all gathered by now. But yeah, that soup's thickening up. I'll have to say, I'm not sure how many litres this holds, but it's a good size. So yeah, if you know, it's starting to warm up a little bit. So get the lid back on. I'm quite impressed actually how quickly that heated up. So we're nearly coming up to 15 minutes. Still not quite hot enough to eat yet. Okay, so we're still going. We're coming up to, like I say, it's, well, definitely 15 minutes. I've just put this back in because I think, looking at it, there is a little hole there and a little hole there, which is to let the steam out. So because I took it right out, perhaps is not helping it to speed up the process. So I think sitting it like that and just flicking that up is now leaving those two holes exposed so they can let the steam out if you was doing something different to soup. This is a very durable plastic. Like I say, it's got the handle there. Really tough clips that keep the lid nice and sealed. So it would be fine to put something in that and then pop it in your bag and, you know, until you're ready to eat later on in the day. Okay, we're back to the electric lunchbox. Now it's been on exactly 30 minutes now, so I'm going to see if it's heated up enough for me to enjoy this soup. I have put a can of your average can of 400 grams. This is just a chicken noodle soup that I put in. So bearing in mind that was very cold when I put it in. It's plugged into the household plug, but it's ideally designed for people who are in camper vans, or you're busy on the road and you're traveling or working and you want to heat something up in this lunchbox and have it ready for your lunch when you pull up for your break. Now, before I said perhaps don't put it on when you're driving, but I've changed my mind. I think because it's taken this long to get to a temperature that is, you know, the required temperature to eat it, I would definitely drive while this is going. It's not sticking. There's no signs of this sticking at all. So let's have a look. Let's see if the soup is hot enough. Now I can see a bit of steam, so I'm just going to show you. There we go. I don't think the camera does it any justice really, but let's get the spoon. Give it a stir. There's nowhere that's sticking. It's stainless steel, so it shouldn't stick. But that is definitely warm enough now. So I'm just going to... It's definitely warm now. I'm still going to leave it on though. Let's have a taste. That is ready. So 30 minutes is how long it took. Yes, that is ready. And all I can say is I would definitely use it. It's interesting to see how long it takes in the van. Like I say, I will do that test as well. I think it might take a little bit longer. But I will definitely use this because it's light, it's compact, it comes in its own little bag. I can store it away. It doesn't take a lot of my storage space up. For me, it will be a godsend because I, like I say, can run out of gas at any time. And this is a good plan B if you are in the middle of nowhere and you can't get your hands on any gas that particular day. Hope you've enjoyed this review. Like I say, I'm not sponsored by anybody. I just wanted to share my experience with this electric lunchbox. Have a fantastic weekend and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.